Oh, Foxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Okay. Okay, so this is your favorite anime character going to jail? I'm a real Georgia licensed attorney, and this is Mr. Corporate. He works at a corporate office. He makes about, I think, $600,000 a year. So I call him Mr. Corporate. What's wrong?
Go ahead. Well, I mean, my actual name is Alex, but it's fine.
Oh, okay, his actual name is Alex, but I call him Mr. Corporate. So this is your favorite anime character going to jail? Woo! Okay.
And no, he's not.
You're right. We can start straight on Shou Tucker.
No. We're building the jail on his living body.
Actually,
early on.
No, let's start low first. Let's start easy first.
All right.
So, what's that child you have up there?
This one?
No, the one, right, yeah, the little cute one in the middle.
Oh, this one.
This one?
Oh,
No, yeah, but
There's a lot of children. It's anime.
It was like your child. They're actually all like 16.
Right. Like which child would you like?
The one with the green on.
This one.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
a child?
Yes. He is a child.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do Mystery from Demon Slayer.
love Hashira.
Right. You love? Oh, you do?
She's the
I
little
love this.
Hashira.
She's 16.
Okay, so
We know
Yeah,
that.
he was
He's
cute.
the little Hashira.
Oh, my bad.
Most of them.
okay, so this scenario is she's basically going out there and killing demons with no guidance, no government authority, just being a vigilante. Is she going to jail?
No.
Batman didn't go to jail.
Because he's rich.
He was also evading the law. Like when the
Very
cops
much
got there,
so.
he
was
vanished.
and he was kind of working with them because he was with the.
Right. Like
Yeah.
they knew he was illegal.
Right.
She's going to jail because vigilantism is illegal.
It is illegal. So do you? What do you think? Did he say probation, jail?
Probation.
Not even the same
Probation.
thing. She's innocent. First of all, the Demon Slayer Court are basically like the Men in Black.
Right, these are demons. These aren't.
Okay, but
regular
it's-
people.
Okay, so they're not demons because she said they're not demons? How do we know she's not having some schizophrenic episode and she's just killing people and saying, it's a demon?
To quote your last count, we said, "Where's the body?" Where,
This is gonna do disintegrate. This is
Okay, but my last panel also said just because there's no body, there could be a case.
but you have to prove it.
You gotta prove
I
it.
mean, circumstantial. I mean, you can figure it out. I mean, you saw. Never mind.
Dead bodies.
Probation.
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 Yes.
Because it's her first offense.
All under the jail.
There's technically only one demon that she's killed, since we're loosely saying a demon could be a person.
It could be.
But again, since demons disintegrate, and she's only killed one that we know of.
Exactly, that we know of.
We
Because
know
she's a
of.
whole vigilante.
Hey,
She's just
again.
showing us some of the things that she did. We don't know what
All
else
I
she
know
does.
is
There is no evidence to support that she's killed
had
any
to
more.
become a
I've only seen her kill one.
Tanjiro didn't do that.
So because of the one, I say probation.
You said Tanjiro?
Yeah, he said for like 2 years.
Yeah, he wasn't Hashira though. He was Hashira level. He was not Hashira.
Okay, so
Demons
probation.
Probation, yes.
Probation.
When
Okay.
demons become people,
When did demons become? They are people. What do you mean?
they're demons.
They were people.
Because she said it.
No.
I don't know that.
More than one person.
But you know what they could do?
You could have.
They could have the whole government get involved.
You know what? If we treat demons like another minority population, how can we say
Oh.
like, if they have human traits, if they love each other, if they want to do what's best for their kids and whatnot, how do we say that they don't have a right to live?
We haven't seen them.
Ninja
do
Man.
this.
No,
That's
everyone
what I'm
does.
saying.
Everyone does. That top
She's a
level
different
one.
one.
Right.
He doesn't kill
And
women
Lady,
and children.
Right, yes, more
Right,
so.
exactly.
The top three ones?
The top one. I forgot
The
his
one
name.
who
It's like
does,
Akira.
Yeah,
Akaza?
Yeah, the one who killed
that's working with
Rengoku.
the
Yeah,
demons
he's one- he's in it for the
to try to
grabs.
take down moves.
He's in it for the grabs.
Okay, but
We
he's a
have an example
demon,
of
but
three demons.
he has a world.
He
That's
turned my
actually
boy into a
trying.
donut.
He what?
He turned my boy into a donut.
He probably deserved it.
But that's okay.
No, this whole thing is problematic. Get the government involved.
So if she wasn't fighting them, or they weren't fighting them, he would never have to act out the way he did. So it's okay for him to put a hole in the guy.
Exactly.
Is it your logic?
turn the man to a tire.
Sure. Absolutely. He was protecting himself.
And also,
It was mutual combat. What are we
Also-
talking about
also,
here?
in the
He
old-
lost because he was a horrible fighter. Moving on.
Whoa.
Go ahead, pick the next one.
Who's that purple person right there? The white purple person.
Yeah, I was already.
Yeah, that's lovely specimen of the person right there.
Going
Can I say one thing before we move on? Can I say one more thing before we move on?
Go ahead.
In the case of Misery, the demon came to her, attacked her, assaulted her.
So it's
So that's self-defense.
Exactly.
That time.
That's how.
That one time.
That one time that we
The
know
whole
about.
thing is she's going out there and trying to fight
But
demons.
that's the only one
That's
we've
what she
seen.
says.
That's the only thing that we saw, but it doesn't mean she's not doing it a whole bunch of other times.
So
where's your
How
proof?
do we know?
So, okay, I have another question, because we talked about the demons disintegrate when they're killed. But I've also seen Blade, and I know that it was the sword he was using that caused people to just...
Now you're bringing in a whole other universe.
No, I'm just
A whole
saying,
nother
I'm just
universe.
saying, are we
Did-
sure that
she
they
walking around
disintegrate
with,
because they're demons, or they
lethal
disintegrate
weapons.
because of the weapons that are used?
Because they're demons.
Because they're
Because they're
demons.
demons. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
Because
y'all
they're
have
demons.
that.
And because
No,
it's
she's doing her probation.
It's self-defense.
Because of that one
Sign that
demon,
it
but
wasn't
we don't know
anybody.
what she needs to stop running around acting like she's a whole
But-
No,
officer.
she doesn't.
She doesn't have a
That
whole.
demon turned that whole village to a
You got no
pack.
evidence.
Oh well.
Oh well.
The government can get involved. They see what's going
No, we
on.
don't
They
want
get backed up
government.
too.
The government needs to be
The
involved. There needs to be
government is corrupt.
guidelines so we can know exactly what is a
When
demon
the
and what we're
government gets
supposed to
involved,
do.
everything goes
Then
to
she
hell.
won't go. She won't have
The issue is
probation.
that she's trying to do vigilante justice. And she's got to prove us all vigilantes, but it's still unsanctioned.
They're the demon men in black.
All right, so this young,
So next up we have Frieza.
Oh, he goes, what's the last one?
He's
That's very
under the
bottom?
jail.
He's no.
Okay, you don't even know the scenario.
I've seen Frieza's
He's
work.
a
He
war
goes under the
criminal.
Okay.
He's destroyed state
Hold on.
Wait, hang on. Give us the case against Frieza.
Right, let me give you the scenario. So this young man apparently he gave all these people jobs.
No.
He
did.
he gave them food.
No.
He gave them shelter, and I don't think they had a choice.
So there's
Slave owner.
So there's
Well,
slavery.
Slave.
Slavery.
Slave owner.
Like
I'm sorry.
Let's put it this way: Frieza went to hell again stronger.
Excuse me. To be specific, yes, he gave them jobs.
He did.
They had a home. He
Uh-huh.
blew it up with them still in it.
Okay.
there was
But
not-
obviously
there
they're
was not
survivors because now they're working for him.
No, they're not working for
He committed genocide.
He committed.
I don't know.
Oh, they're contractors.
He committed genocide. Only
And
5
he
of them
gave them a
survived.
new one.
What about the people who
He
were
blew
on the
up
planet
Earth,
when
he
it
blew up
blew up?
They weren't on the planet, it was in space.
I mean,
That's murder. That's murder in the
Still all the
85th
same.
degree.
murder.
They weren't on the
Yes,
planet,
if you blow up
Yeah,
the
they
planet,
were.
they
He
don't
didn't give
know.
him
No,
enough.
It sounds like
Someone
they're
was on the
sanctioning
planet.
murder.
Sometimes.
Wait, how you gonna send her to probation for killing one person? This
How to
dude-
get
He's
away
being
with
a
murder?
whole vigilante.
He's murdered worlds.
Yeah, he is.
No, he has.
Yeah.
His work
He
is-
used
his work is-
public state
execution.
Public state execution.
No,
No public execution.
There's only 2 planets.
Because you know what'll happen. Goku will want to try to do a spirit bomb for 5 days, and he'll be gone by the time it's over. He'll have a chance to escape. Something will go wrong. He just needs to stay under the
Especially
jail.
because it takes 30 years for them to get
Just
to the
enough,
point.
Slice of a sense of me to stay alive.
Send
No,
him to HFIL.
He uses the word monkey way too freely. He doesn't even get a Zensu bead.
Okay, so he's just gruel under the jail for the rest of his life.
Yes, under the jail.
He doesn't deserve to live.
Under the jail.
He's too dangerous to be left alive.
So under the jail.
Yep.
Yes.
If there was something
Okay.
else.
Where do you guys want to go next?
The little blonde hair boy, he looks so peaceful.
This one?
Yes.
Innocent. Oh.
Okay, so this one, he is his own problem.
He is his own
I
problem.
know who this is.
You don't know
though.
the scenario.
What is the scenario?
Okay, this is from Familiar Alchemist. His name is Edward.
Yes.
And apparently, I guess the scientist was doing an experiment that he did not care for.
Oh.
So he went into his house and started beating him up.
Whoa.
He went into the house?
Whoa.
Edward? Yes, he did.
Oh, he already in
Why
the
did he
house.
go in
He was
the house?
invited
Why
into
did
the
he go in the
house.
house?
Because of Nina.
Okay, well, he did get invited into the house, but then he got beat up. I mean, he beat up the owner of the
Why
house.
did he
Now,
do
why did
that?
he beat up the owner?
Because of a science experiment.
What kind of science
It
experiment?
was a science experiment.
What kind of
No,
experiment?
no, we're talking about Atlanta.
Be specific.
What was
I don't need to be. I'm
She's
not
trying
being
to- she's
specific.
trying to-
That's
she's trying to-
I'm not trying to be
So
specific.
that's
That's what
suppressing
introduces into
evidence.
evidence. The issue is,
No, I'm not suppressing evidence. The crime is he went into that man's house and beat him up. That is the evidence. So if somebody invites you in, they can just start welling on you?
What was the incident?
What was the science experiment?
No, we're not talking about it. No, we're not talking about it. Yeah, that's it.
I would like to present to the court.
No,
I would like to present
that's
to the
not
court
important.
that the science experiment in question.
No.
No, we're not talking about it yet.
She's suppressing evidence.
No, well, the
It's
evidence
not
is used
suppressing
for another
Let me ask you
case.
this.
Yeah,
Let
go
me ask you
ahead.
this. At the end of the intrusion and the assault.
No, I guess it wasn't an intrusion because he was invited.
He was
Sure,
invited.
But
at the end of the incident, who was arrested?
he beat this man up.
Who was arrested?
You know what?
Yes.
Should we do the other man first?
We should do the other man
No.
first.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Was he arrested?
It's a
for
biased
actions?
case.
Because
No, you can't go in somebody's house and just beat him
he was
up.
invited in.
It was a crime.
So
of
if
passion.
somebody invites somebody in,
Thank
and
you.
then you start beating each other up, it's okay because I invited you. This is not vampire rules. Who started the fight? He started the fight. You would have said, "Oh my God, how could you?" And started beating him up.
He beat him up because he reached an emotional state he was unable to control. It was a crime of passion. It was a
But
crime of
he's
passion.
and
so
the
he
first
gets
word there,
crime.
crime.
First level assault.
Probation. Probation. Probation.
Innocent.
You can't go to somebody's house and beat them up.
Do it
Probation.
all the time.
Probation.
They do, but
The government that you want to bring in does it all the
yes,
time.
and they do, and it's sanctioned.
Hold up.
It's not. He's literally breaking the government rules.
But he was working on behalf of the government when he beat that up, so that was a government-sanctioned beating.
That was not a good.
That was the government.
That was not a
Hold on,
government sanctioned beating.
Because otherwise,
you would have them
The
arrested,
government-
and you would get charges.
The
Because we are
government charged him.
civilized.
The government charged him with investigating the Philosopher's Stone. In his investigation, he went to said scientist. Said scientist let him in.
He did.
He beat that scientist
And
for
then it
falsifying.
stops.
No,
It
Let me
stops
finish.
right there. That's how the
scientist,
law works.
he
It
found
stops
out-
right there. As soon as you do the
no,
crime,
it doesn't
it stops
stop.
right there.
That
committed a
scientist
taboo.
falsified
He did not. No, that's
information.
okay.
He lied to the government.
Yes, we gotta get to him first.
He lied to the government. So Edward was
Okay.
acting on behalf
Okay,
of the
so
government by
anybody who lies to
doling
the
out
government is going to
punishment.
get beat up?
I mean,
Yes.
Official capacity.
But
Yes.
It's not official capacity. You can't just arrest
Probation.
the person.
Probation.
People get beat up all the time when they lie to the cops.
Yes.
They do.
And he with the cops.
Yes, he is the ops. Probation.
Innocent.
But you can't
I
do
got
that.
some evidence.
Probation.
Innocent. It was government sanctioned.
I have
It's no government sanction. They didn't say go to that
I got
man's
some
house and
evidence.
beat him up.
Yes,
I got
They
some
said
evidence.
investigate,
Probation.
not take
What's the
matters into
evidence?
your own
Yes,
hands.
they did say
Beat him up.
he was allowed to act of his own free
Just
will,
do it.
sanctioned by the government.
It was
Probation.
not. Okay.
Judge Judy, I do have some evidence.
What evidence? Are you breaking stuff into it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
He was aware of what damage he could do because his brother told him to use his other hand. So, he used that.
He didn't use the metal hand.
He did use it first.
He did not use the metal hand.
No,
But
he
did
did.
he strike
To
him?
knock him down, but not to beat him up.
Innocent.
He told him, brother, you
Probation.
even with the
No, he
government.
didn't.
Innocent.
No, he didn't use metal hand.
He was still probation.
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 That actually hurts the case because I was going for crime of passion, and if he had the forethought to say, "Well, let me use my other hand," you no longer are.
It was in a moment. That was
It's
a
not-
dominant hand.
No.
Y'all messing
But
up my
it's not a
argument.
crime if it's sanctioned by the government.
It's not sanctioned by the government.
He's a government agent investigating
So
a
anybody can walk
government.
into somebody's house and be like, government official, I
The
can
cops
beat
do
you
it
up.
all the time.
They get fired.
No, they
get
don't.
investigated.
They get probation.
And then they get
No,
sued.
they don't. They
don't.
sit on vacation.
They get
They
probation.
can't leave, but they get investigated because they're not supposed to do it.
Hold on now. From the
No,
moment,
ICE is different. That's
from
a
the
whole
moment he
different thing.
discovered that man didn't illegal
I think
activity,
you got
He didn't
first
do it in legal activity.
Let's go to the young man.
Okay, next one.
Shenanigans.
Who?
I think she's got a personal vendetta
Wait,
against
wait.
Edward.
Okay.
Beside the green girl.
Precise degree.
Yeah, let's
Oh.
go. Yeah, let's go to that young man there.
Oh.
Since we want to
You
talk
don't even
case.
know the scenario. You don't even, okay.
We're speaking legality, so.
We are speaking legalities.
Please state the case.
Okay, so he's,
State all the case, not just the pieces you like.
no, I'm not doing the pieces I like, I'm doing the facts.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the facts of this young man,
I'm trying to know the jail.
you don't even know what he
It doesn't
did.
matter.
Okay.
His age plus 30.
He is 5 years old. Him and his friend were outside playing. They got caught in a rainstorm, whatever. Ran back into his house. Went to his house, and then they were taking off their clothes. And his friend was like, no. And he's 5. but he has the mind of a 37-year-old. So he's like, no, take off your clothes. And the friend's like, no. And then he proceeds to take off his friend's clothes and finds out his friend is a girl. Is he going to jail?
That is assault. That is sexual assault.
Who's the character?
Jobless reincarnation. That's Rudy.
Rudy is? Yeah, Rudy is.
This is complicated.
No, it's not.
So I never seen it. So what is it?
37-year-old man.
Nobody knows he's 37.
No, wait, he's 37. Hold up.
But
Unfortunately, and I hate saying this because he did not know that his friend was a girl.
That's not the issue.
I know that's not the issue.
He
Still
forcibly undressed
address a
another
child.
person. Doesn't matter what the gender
But
of the
you're
person
assault.
is.
all context, he looks fine.
Technically a minor. It's technically a minor.
But okay,
Minors can't go to jail because they have a thing called juvenile hall.
So sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
Yeah, he's going to jail.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't Georgia have
also
a law
intent?
about like
Does it take
when you're
matter?
under
What was his
age or
intent?
something and sending
They were
pictures?
outside in the
They
rain.
So when this
Take off your
qualifies
clothes,
as
you
a-
get
I
dry.
mean,
And so when I tell you no
No
thank
way.
you, I don't want to take off my clothes. At that point, you do not have consent.
Yep,
Question.
exactly.
But also child.
Was
Here
it
we
for
go.
sexual
Here
gratification?
we go. What?
Was it for sexual gratification?
I don't know. I'm not in the mind
No.
of 37.
Sexual
No,
sexual
he's
gratification
five.
does not
He's
require.
Five.
For all context, he's
In the
fine.
eyes of the court, he's 5 years old.
They're both
No, it's
fine.
not.
So
Yes.
You do not have
Jail.
to achieve
So they
sexual
can't prove it.
gratification.
Jail.
Sexual battery, you do need
Sexual
Unless he
assault.
opens his mouth and says he's 37.
Yeah.
She
If
said
I-
no,
If
jail.
I do something to you with a broomstick,
His
that is
friend said
sexual
no, jail. Sorry.
assault with no gratification on my
That's
part.
a
Jail.
aggravated
You
sodomy.
put the
That's
kid in
different.
time out as a 5-year-old.
Yeah, jail. This
Jail.
is jail. Jail.
Jail.
5
We're
years
ready
old.
for jail?
Yes.
I said jail.
Jail?
Time out. Yeah.
Jail.
Somebody said timeout?
No, jail.
Oh, timeout.
I meant actual time out.
Free Edward.
You'll have plenty of time in jail.
He's only
Next
having a
person.
time.
Mark.
Free Edward.
Who
Let's
do you
go
want
to the
next?
very top.
Which
Very
one?
top.
Which one?
Very top on the left, right there.
Yeah, oh, Bill
Oh,
Allen?
Tokyo Gold.
Oh, the young man with white hair?
Oh, gosh, I don't wait.
Kaneki. Ken Kaneki.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, is it Mount Fuji? Mount Fuji, right? That's okay, right? Okay. Geography. Okay, so this is from Tokyo Gold. That's Ken Kaneki, and basically he goes to Mount Fuji, and he gets people who committed suicide. He takes their bodies to eat them and feed them to other people. Is he going to jail?
No.
No.
Who's using
Wow.
bodies?
What bodies?
Exactly. What?
The people who committed suicide.
They already did.
What bodies?
Who's using bodies?
Who's
Where's
using
tested? Where's the evidence?
Yeah.
This is just poor,
They're not gonna get up and
poor
use them
culinary
again.
taste. You know, I
They in
mean,
the upper room. They done.
I mean, so their families don't deserve closure.
Right.
so okay, what is the rule if you see roadkill on the side of the street?
We're going to an animal?
Right.
No. This is where you live
Roadkill.
You needed something that was dead when you found it.
in. This is where you live in.
Do that.
Yeah.
That's roadkill. That's completely different. Animals have completely different rights than humans.
I mean,
Oh,
if
that's
they
right.
jumped off Mount Fuji, they technically be street people. They have the
Yeah, they roadkill at this point. They mountain kill.
Right?
So mountain kill?
Mountain kill. They jumped. Nobody. He didn't push him. He didn't talk.
I mean, he didn't do. He had nothing to do with their suicide.
The case says, is he wrong for taking the bodies that is laying there?
Exactly. It's gonna be a closed
What's
casket.
your grave about?
So, I have a question. Isn't he doing a service to the people who actually have to clean up those bodies? They can actually just relax. So he's kind of being helpful.
Like a goat.
And he's also being helpful to his kind because instead of killing alive people,
Right.
He's just eating people who
He's
kill
providing a
So the
service.
people who committed
Yeah.
suicide, they have families, they have friends, they have loved
Yeah, but
ones.
they're dead.
Well,
They're not.
if they-
They're not.
So you trying to figure out where
Why
the
did
dead bodies of the family?
Yeah, they have a burial. Yes.
should he bring back the bones?
As you should. People do bones all the time. Yes. That can be cremated.
As heartless as this is going to sound,
Oh, here we go.
if those loved ones actually mattered, those people wouldn't have climbed up to Mount Fuji to kill themselves.
Thank you.
Ooh.
That part.
Ooh.
That part right
Okay,
there.
but they still have some bodies. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable saying anything. You never know. You don't know the reason somebody wants to commit suicide.
We don't
They
know,
still have loved
but we
ones.
also know they didn't care about
We don't know.
They didn't care enough to tell their families, one, and two, they didn't notify their families. So obviously they didn't want their families to know, so they didn't care what happened to their body afterwards. Thank you.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry, they went to Mount Fuji to kill themselves. What's not fair? I'm taking it to its furthest extreme because this is what's happening here.
I got another question.
Wait, weren't they just gonna cremate the body anyway and then have a little urn of ashes
That's what you.
I mean, if Mount Fuji erupts, they're going to get cremated anyway. So then there's no body. So what's the problem here?
Okay, I have a question. Wow. How is he preparing the bodies? Are they doing it barbecue style or is it sashimi?
Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know.
Okay, I just wanted to.
Does that matter how they cook it? Oh.
Probation.
Innocent.
Probation.
Innocent. He's also, yes, go ahead.
So it's also Mount Fuji. Does anybody come to get those bodies anyway?
Yeah, they do. When the snow melts, they have people go out to pick them
So
up.
now they don't have to do that.
Okay, but they still try to identify the bodies and notify the family. And wait,
The
and how do
victims
we
don't
know?
care about the family.
But how do we? And then because even though they say somebody who committed suicide, you never know. What if somebody is serial killer just throwing bodies? Now we don't get to find out what happened.
Well, they gotta find a serial
But
killer.
we've already accepted.
But we don't know because the bodies are
We've already
gone.
acknowledged that they're suicide.
But we don't know.
No, we do know.
We don't.
No, we do know.
We don't because nobody's ever done a what's it called?
Well, no, because if
Autopsy.
you're going to use that same logic, then we can't prosecute what's her name for the other demons that we don't know that she killed.
Right?
Probation.
Innocent.
Innocent.
Under Georgia law, he would actually.
None of them are even in America.
That is not the point. You want me to say Stone Mountain instead?
Yes.
Dang it, that washes my whole case. The Stone
It
Mountain
does.
doesn't
Okay,
erupt.
I'll change it. Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain doesn't erupt.
That's
Dang it.
illegal.
Stone Mountain is a rock.
So in Georgia, it's illegal. After somebody like commits suicide, whatever, you see the body, you have to notify the authorities. If you move it or do anything and you're not allowed to, like an ambulance or a coroner, it's a felony.
Wait. I have to say something. You mean I can't look at it and be like, damn shame, and walk away and mind my business?
Well, you can, but
Okay,
don't touch
good.
it. If you touch it,
Oh no, I ain't touching it.
yeah, once you touch it, it's illegal.
If it's somebody that I hate, can I kick him a couple times?
And you'll catch a felony.
Can I poke him with a stick?
Felony.
I didn't touch it.
Felony.
What if Kim technically uses like a fork and a knife to kind of cut it?
He's still touching the body.
But there's no fingerprints.
No fingerprints at all.
There's no body because he destroys it.
Thank you. Nobody. There's nobody.
So going back to the early case,
There you go.
humans are not human.
Case dismissed.
Human law.
Case thrown out.
What if telekinesis?
None of these people would apply for real life. But
I'm just saying.
What if telekinesis?
Probation. Let's just do probation.
But if what?
I'll give you probation.
Probation.
Court of public opinion says probation.
Probation.
Court of law says, well, it probably would be probation.
What about the
Because he doesn't really have a criminal record.
My boy ain't.
There you go, probation.
He sold the
But let's
bodies.
think about, can we mention the ramifications of putting him away for anything, any of this?
Huh?
He's gonna eat a lot of living people in jail.
No, he's not. He only eats dead people.
No, we're gonna put him on probation.
And the reason why is because other ghouls who he relies upon, he's providing service to, are gonna go to killing people.
They are.
So he's helping the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
So we give him
Probation,
probation.
like I said.
Set him up on a
Probation.
particular system where we give him a probation and a Polaroid camera. So you go down there, you take a picture of who you about to eat, send it out to the cops, here's what happened to your baby, and then they use that picture no more.
You know what? That's
That's
fair.
fair.
That's fair.
fair.
That's fair.
See, that's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But he's still.
You can make a business out of that.
He's still. No, you can't
I
touch a
think he
body.
up. Make a business out of it.
So at this point, he's a government agent.
He's
Yes.
not. He's not. If
Well,
he was-
after
no,
probation.
because if he was,
Exactly.
if he
After
was,
With the
probation.
police,
no, but he's not. If he was, it would be okay.
under Joy's scenario,
Oh, under that scenario, yeah.
After probation, you'll be.
Right. Maybe the government's like, you know what? We'll figure something out for you. And maybe they will start a whole
And it's a
thing.
service.
He opened a business. Kids
under
Cafe.
your rule, nobody's going to be on the innocent bar.
No, that's not true.
No, we talk about after the fact you can get out.
After the
But
fact.
we don't try to get him. Try to
This
get
is
him
part
out.
of the deal.
This is part of the
Okay,
deal.
I'm just saying, that's
Yeah,
the people who
probation
should
for
be on the
now.
innocent
This is
bar
what
already.
Who are we going to next?
Kids
No,
Cafe.
Gojo?
The other white hat.
Gojo, jail.
Gojo.
The white hat.
Jail. Jail for Gojo.
What?
What? We don't know what he did yet.
It doesn't, I know what he did.
Oh
Jail.
my gosh.
Oh, because he's sexy. That makes sense.
That was.
Okay.
What's the case?
Yeah, what's the case?
What's the case? Jail. Sorry.
Okay, so basically, in the first few episodes, whatever, he gets into Dory, and he ties him up to a chair, and he won't let him go. Is he going to jail?
Kidnapping. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Jail.
No, because that could be their
He was
private
making sure the
intimate
threat was
time.
not there.
Jail.
I said
No,
that could be
you
their
make sure there
private
was no
intimate
It
threat.
is
time.
not private intimate time.
How do you
False
know?
Because
imprisonment.
he,
No, He was trying to keep a threat from being bigger than it was.
What threat? What
Because he had
threat?
to make
So
sure
he did it in
things
service
he
of
ate was
Texas.
over control.
Okay, but do we
That's
know
what
that that's an
they're
actual
saying.
We
threat?
got, listen,
He knew that.
We got other cases too.
Just because he knows it doesn't
No, we're
First and
not. We're
foremost.
talking about just this one.
Jail. Sorry.
Innocent.
But he-
Innocent?
Nah, he's going to jail for wrongful
Wrongful
imprisonment.
imprisonment.
Yeah, wrongful imprisonment.
Was he wrong though? There was a threat.
And child endangerment.
What child endangerment?
No, just no.
Just
Yeah.
It's first couple episodes, Itadori, when he had him locked up. He's 16, right?
Guess it would be. Yeah, it's just yeah, it is. Oh, so should we put him under the jail?
Yep. No, just jail.
Just jail.
Just
He's
jail.
locked up.
Is this Mama?
Yeah.
Mama is innocent of anything and everything.
Wait.
I'm happy you said that. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so her and Gentry are in a cave. Oh, sorry, this is Meow Meow from Apothecary Diaries.
My
So
girl.
Meow Meow and Gentry are in a cave and they fell. Her hand landed on his groin. Then she started feeling on it. And then he said, "Can you move your hand, please?" And she kept feeling on it. Is she going to jail?
Yes.
She technically did what he asked.
That
What?
Dude.
He said, "Can you move your hand?" And she did.
Wow. Cameras on you so everybody knows, just in case. It's right there. Oh my. Oh my. No means no.
He didn't say no.
Oh my God. He said, "Can you?" Oh my God.
Move your hand. She interpreted that.
That
That is a way to interpret that. Yes.
He said stop.
She did move her hand. She technically moved her hand.
That would have been a whole other
Did
thing.
he say stop or take
Exactly, yeah.
He didn't make a full sentence. She didn't make a full sentence. And his head was a full sentence.
she going to jail for sexual assault.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the
My
first time
girl,
I've been
I'll
to
visit her.
probation.
Oh my gosh,
Jail.
fine. She's going to jail for sexual
First time
assault.
jail.
Yeah, jail. Jail.
I still contend she did what
jail
he said.
probation.
Probation.
Move your hand.
She's like, "What's
Right?
And he was like, "Can you move your
It's
hand?"
because of yellow back there.
And she did. She knew what she had.
She absolutely did.
Yeah. So that was assault.
Can we make a case?
No.
that-
Nope. Move on.
Again,
Let me cook.
dude said move your hand and she did. I'm just saying.
No
She
means
was the reason
no.
why she's in this situation in the first place. She was kidnapped.
That's a long time ago. She's had multiple jobs.
You only have to
Stockholm
focus.
Syndrome.
You focus literally on the scenario.
She
Probation.
needs a therapist.
I am focused on scenario.
You are. He's not.
I'm
Probation.
going to say probation just because I know that eventually the guy that she was touching will be like, "I need her back." So,
Stockholm
He
syndrome.
liked her anyway.
not Stockholm Syndrome because she's the one that got kidnapped in the first place, but
Yeah.
she's too useful to them.
Yeah.
So, she'll be back.
Way too useful.
They can't have her in
Probation.
jail. And probation actually gives them more control over her because now they can control her movements and where she goes. So
Exactly.
that's how they will play this out on the show.
Let's do Gentry.
Okay.
Entry.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
His scenario. He know Apothecary Diaries again. He
This
know.
is the guy.
My God.
Yeah, this is the guy that she was touching his member.
Oh, you know what? I want to take her out of jail.
It's too late.
She's
She's
on
on
probation.
probation.
She's on
No
probation.
get backsies.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
why.
no, this is a whole
Show.
new case now.
We are in a completely different case.
There's evidence after the fact. I want she gets a retrial.
As a fact.
In the show.
No, we don't go off of the show.
No
We
double
go into
jeopardy.
specific
Yeah, no
scenario.
double jeopardy. You try to do double jeopardy.
Right.
It's not double jeopardy. It's a retrial. In the show.
How is it a retrial?
Let her go.
There's evidence that helps her case.
But it has to be right before she goes. But
It's something I
It
forgot
can't
about.
happen. It
No.
can't happen after she did that.
yeah, you already
No,
did.
it's not after.
Okay.
It's
No,
before.
it's
Still
just
talking about it.
The entirety of the show, she believes he's a eunuch.
Yep.
And so there wouldn't have been anything there for her to actually have touched. And so there may have been why she was confused, like, what is this? Because there ain't supposed to be nothing here.
And he
It's
let her
like,
do that
That's a
initially.
fact.
You have
And
to
he
do a mental
said,
evaluation though.
can you move?
Nah, she thought
she
he was a
did.
Ken doll.
Yeah.
She's
I'm not getting off that.
No,
He said
because
move
at
and
first,
and she
at
did.
first it was like, okay, he was like, you know what, I
He
get
lied.
it. No, at first he was like, you know what, I get it, and he let her. But she kept doing it. That's why he was like, can you move?
So it was more
She
shock
did.
It
versus
was
sexual
definitely shock.
gratification. But
Yeah.
still, she's
I'm not
still
getting off
assaulting
that.
whether she's into it
But
or not.
no, still, I'm a
short
child this
probation.
here.
Exactly.
Yes.
I said, what's his case? What's his case?
His case? Okay, so he knows Meow Meow was kidnapped and sent to the Rear Palace. And he kept her there because that's what the Emperor wanted. Is he going to jail?
That's
No.
privilege. Look at that word.
No, he didn't do
No,
it.
he didn't do it.
He didn't hurt, but he didn't help.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing.
He
Nothing?
ain't do
Nothing.
nothing.
That is a whole RICO.
Really?
Because he
It's
worked
human
for the bigger
trafficking.
person.
That's your
Right.
He worked for the bigger person.
Exactly.
He didn't stop.
But
He didn't stop it. He didn't do anything. He
But he's
went
part of
along
the-
with it.
but he's
Part of
part
the
of-
conspiracy.
But the
But he's part of
government
the
did it.
government.
Hold up, time out.
Yeah, he's part of the
But the
government.
government did it. So how is it human trafficking?
Exactly.
What it- to take people.
I mean, it is, but it's the government that did it.
The government did it. So what? He's supposed to tell the government
Okay, so
stop
we'll get
this?
the FBI involved.
Hey, Dad, don't
We'll
do
go
this.
federal with it, and it'll be conspiracy.
So is ICE doing the RICO right now?
That's completely different. Don't get me started on immigration. Please do not get me started on immigration.
Probation as well. They can hang out together.
Innocent.
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 So human trafficking is okay.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying. What's he supposed to do?
Okay.
How's he supposed to stop something the government is doing?
You go to the higher government.
When he works for the government.
You go to the higher government.
What higher government? That's the
You go to the
emperor.
federal government.
Are we talking about this in the frame of their government or our government?
It would really be ours.
Oh, he's going
So
to jail.
we'll say if it was Georgia,
He's going to jail. He's going under the
we
jail.
can say the emperor of Georgia. So
Oh, yeah, he's going under the jail.
under the jail,
Yeah.
I agree.
That's trafficking.
Right, just
All
with
kinds of
Frieza. I don't
things.
know why you guys wanted him to have probation, but Frieza has to go under the jail.
Frieza.
Pretty privilege is real.
Wow, wait. Why are we putting him under the jail?
Because that's what they voted for.
If it's our government,
It's
not their
RICO.
government.
It's a federal RICO.
Fine, y'all can have that.
It's literally what Diddy did. And y'all are like, it's okay. Give
But
me
that wasn't the
probation.
case that was brought before the
Is that a moonwalker?
That's not what Diddy did.
The one in blue?
Diddy did worse.
Hey,
Yeah, is that a moonwalker?
Jinwoo?
Yes. Is he walking?
Jinwoo. Okay, from the solo.
Solo leveling.
Yeah, Jinwoo.
he is 100%.
Here is that pretty privilege again.
It's not pretty privilege.
Clearly.
No, it's not. What's his case? Well, hold on. Where's the case?
What's the case?
I gotta hear
Notice
this.
how nobody's innocent yet.
Right.
Anyway, okay, so what did
Oh,
he do?
don't worry. It'll get there.
We know.
Oh,
We
it'll
know.
get there.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
You better not.
I mean, we all already know
I
who's
swear
gonna put
to
it.
God.
We all know.
We all know.
So what is the case?
Okay,
The case,
for solo
the case.
leveling, what he did was he's a rank E, but he's really like should be classified as an S. So he's practicing under the wrong license. Is he going to jail?
No.
Who says it's like
Who
wrong?
classified him as an E?
Who what?
Who
Technically,
says-
he was rank A at the time.
Who says that this is level?
Who says it?
Yeah.
I think they have to get ranked, right?
That's on their part.
But the test missed.
Everybody's coming at once. Oh my God, he keeps raising his hand. What's happening? Oh my God.
Exactly. I'm with you.
You want you do you?
I'm
you-
all
you-
big.
Go ahead.
Pick
Go.
one.
Me, I'll say.
You
So,
go.
when he got his license, he was E rank.
He was.
Okay, he was supposedly killed, got powers, and at the time, he was A rank by his standards. But he didn't know if he was A rank. He just knew he was stronger than everyone else in the dungeon at that moment.
Facts. But
All
then
right.
he realized it.
And yes, he had every intent of getting retested, but stuff got in the way. Life happens.
Life
You know,
was
another
lifey.
another
Life was
dungeon.
lifey.
Hold on. Another dungeon popped up, and the system told him do this dungeon, so he did it. He helped other people. So. So I would say so.
He's on probation. He's okay.
I would say that he is innocent because technically he did not falsify his license. He did get ranked. Hold on, he did get ranked appropriately at the time that he got his license.
Okay.
What happened afterwards? Should he get retested? Yes. How was that a crime?
Who
though?
says he got
Because
See what else?
hold on.
Who says he gotta be retested though?
Damn it, because I'm about to
here's
make
the
my
thing.
argument. I'm about to make my
He
argument
did
because it's
get
just like
retested.
if you get old and you don't wear glasses and then you have to wear glasses and they put that on your license, you kind of have to wear glasses. I get what
But
you
here's
want.
wait, no. Here's the
Damn, you did it to yourself.
he got tested
He was
about
cooking.
testing.
Right. And for me.
Too assaulted.
He got tested about testing him. They ranked him E rank. He went out and a whole lot of stuff happened. He went back and got retested, and then they tested him S rank. It is not his fault that they only do tested every so often.
right.
The next time he had a chance to get tested, he checked himself out and he had advanced. So he did nothing wrong. He followed
That's
the
what I'm
system.
saying. Like, there's no,
Exactly.
Is there a time? Is there a time frame to do that though?
There's no time frame.
Oh, there isn't.
No.
Oh my God! I think we have an innocent.
Yeah. He said that. He's innocent.
Yeah, because just because I gotta wear glasses, as long as I get tested again to wear the glasses.
Because they tell you have to get tested annually or whatever. So whatever he has to follow. But I don't think they tell them when they have to.
No.
Yeah. Right.
And that's it.
See, y'all thought I was gonna put him up.
We've been Jinwoo.
Where'd you go?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Ichigo.
What has Ichigo done?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Ichigo is fine.
Oh my god, these scenarios are crazy, you guys.
Okay, what one five?
Okay, so literally in the first few episodes, his best, this is Ichigo from Bleach. Okay, his friend Chad gets kidnapped by some gangsters, whatever. And so Ichigo gets upset, finds him. Finds the gangsters, takes the guy's phone, calls 911 and says, send an ambulance. And proceeds to beat them all up. Is Ichigo going to jail for beating them up? Well,
Probation.
No. How do you know that he didn't
why
say,
do y'all
I
like
might
violence so
have
much? Oh my god.
Well, he has a theme song.
Probation.
He might have been called to send an ambulance because somebody might be
Probation.
hurt. It could have been him.
He was
But he's like-
rescuing a kidnapped person.
It had the time to call 911 where he could have called the authorities and say, hey, I know where my friend is. Can you go save him?
It would have taken them too much bureaucracy.
Wait, when you call 911, don't they send everybody?
Well, yeah.
You call 911, they send
But he specifically
yes, but in
asked
Japan,
for
no.
an ambulance.
In
That's the
Japan,
problem.
Fire truck.
No, in Japan it's different. They don't send everybody in Japan.
What'd you say?
In Japan, they don't send everybody.
He specifically asked for
For an ambulance, yeah. But see, here, if you ask for an ambulance, they will send everybody. They won't just send an ambulance.
Okay, but you were saying that everything was on
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Georgia.
In Georgia.
Georgia, so yeah.
He called 911.
Everybody's coming,
No.
right?
Exactly.
No, because he specifically said send
No,
an ambulance.
but
He was
I-
supposed to call 911 and say, I know where my friend is.
Okay, but in his specific scenario, because he asked for an ambulance, he was alerting them to a medical emergency that was about
Before
to
it
happen.
happened.
Exactly.
But
They
if
don't
he
know
saw
that.
that, you know what? He didn't know what he was walking into. He could have been calling an ambulance.
He saw
He
some.
just saw
Hold
us.
up.
It was
Wait.
before it happened. He knew exactly.
Hold up. All he,
No,
all
he
he
saw
can see,
them. He knew
all he
exactly
can
what
see
he was
is that some
walking
people
into.
were about to get hurt. He told them
Because
to
he
send
was about to do
Hey,
it.
we're not mincing words over how they were going to get hurt. He was letting them know, I see some people who are about to get hurt. You should send an ambulance. How they got hurt is not his problem.
He did.
So?
He's a sidekick.
Where's Edward? Okay, so he's going on probation for beating people up?
Yes.
I mean,
The only
basically,
thing he's guilty of is being a mid-MC.
Yes. Yes.
he beat up a bunch of rowdy thugs.
And can we transmute freedom for Ed?
Unlike Joy, we are not doing a retrial. Yeah.
He's a minor.
Okay, so Blue Exorcist, this is Ren. In the first few episodes, these kids are basically bullying him and saying, like, come outside, talk about his mom, talk about his dad, talk about his family. So what he does is, goes outside, starts beating them up. Is he going to jail for that?
No.
I mean, in street justice, nah.
No.
I'm gonna speed this up. You're right.
Free Edward.
He's only on probation.
He's right. He's on probation.
I want his record wiped up.
Okay, so this is from Corpse Party. Her name is Naomi. So her and her best friend were in the school after hours, whatever, and she gets taken over by an entity, and she hangs her best friend. And when she comes to, she realizes what happened. She's like, oh my God, my friend committed suicide.
Temporary insanity.
Is she going to jail?
Trespassing, yes.
Insane asylum.
Trespassing.
Oh, that's a good point. They were trespassing.
So she can, okay, so does that mean she can hang her? Or?
No, she's going to
She
jail for
didn't
trespassing.
hang her. The entity inside of her.
She's going to jail for
She's going to
trespassing.
jail for
Temporary
trespassing.
insanity due to possession.
Her crime is trespassing, though.
Can't kill your friend.
She didn't
She didn't kill
She did kill
her
her
friend.
friend.
She was possessed.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter, because if there was a camera looking at her, what would it look like?
Manslaughter. Man one.
But we know it was
Manslaughter.
It doesn't matter what the camera
Involuntary
shows us.
manslaughter.
Involuntary because she didn't want to do it.
She didn't,
She was
but...
possessed.
Jail. Just regular jail.
Regular jail?
Regular jail.
Yeah.
Yep, regular jail.
Okay.
You like putting people in jail.
Right.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's that young man right there. What he did.
Oh, this is Shin from Sakamoto Days. He's
Jail.
basically...
Under the jail.
He is a mind reader, and he can listen to everybody's thoughts. He goes to a casino, and he starts playing. Is he going to jail?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
You have to prove it.
It's not illegal, it's just frowned upon.
Yeah. It's like when you.
Yeah, casino games is just frowned upon.
Yeah, but it's just
Exactly,
frowned
yeah.
upon. It's not
Yeah.
illegal.
I want him to go with me.
Okay, this is Gabby
Yeah.
from Attack on Titans.
Innocent.
Under the jail.
Innocent.
I'm sorry.
Jail.
What
The
did she do?
scenario is...
Hold on, what did she do? What did she do?
Right.
What did she do?
Aaron literally declared war,
Uh-huh.
and she was on the other side, and she saw the air blimp, she saw where they were going. She went up there, and she shot Sasha.
Uh-huh.
Is she going to jail?
Under the jail.
No.
We're building the jail on her body. She
Justice for Gabby. She did nothing wrong. She was a victim.
I see Gabby.
Exactly.
We're having a closed casket.
First of all, you're not gonna get past FaZe Gabby like that. Let's talk about that.
Gabby's going under the jail.
FaZe Gabby gonna get you.
You not kill my
She
potato
is
girl.
innocent.
My potato girl.
I have 3 seconds. Cyberpunk Edge Runner, the ambulance. Well, it's really good. It's on Netflix.
Jail. It's better than the damn thing.
Okay, so basically the ambulance, when they see a body, whatever, they check to see if you have insurance. If you don't, they keep going.
That's their
No,
job.
but that's how the government works.
That's their job.
That's function innocent.
Innocent.
That's more of a result of the medical healthcare system in this country.
In Georgia, an ambulance cannot pass that jail.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have to stop. Okay.
They
To hell. Execution.
To hell.
Public execution.
Your hero, Shou Tucker.
Oh my God, we only have a couple seconds. And Shou Tucker, he turned his daughter into a dog.
That's why he got beat up by Edward. That's why Edward needs to go free.
No, you can't get
To hell.
Unfortunately,
Free
innocent.
Edward! Free
Lies.
Edward!
Innocent.
He got
Human
arrested in the
experimentation
mattress.
is illegal.
It's okay, because he's going to hell.
You're not going quick enough.
Human experimentation is illegal.
There you go. Georgia law. Georgia law!
She's a
Because
mother.
it-
She
right.
can't give consent.
She
but
cannot.
He's also her parent.
Right.
Yeah,
His wife isn't
experimentation
there.
is illegal.
Oh,
Georgia law!
Because she's missing.
Georgia
you don't know where
law.
she is.
His wife.
He knows what she.
Well, nobody else does. Nobody else does.
Edward got a confession because he was there in legal capacity. Free Edward.
Probation.
His record should be expunged.
We'll work on that later. It's not my fault. Don't go to people's houses invited and beat them up.
Don't go splice
Don't air quote invited. He was invited in. That was a fact.
He put his daughter in the blender.
Supreme Attorney Online.
Supreme
All of them.
Attorney Online.
That's Supreme Attorney. My bad. I forgot my
Supreme
handle.
Attorney.
Thank you. That was fun.
Thank you.
We working Gabby
When
on
he said
site.
talk about how horrible Gojo is.
We're murking.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it cedar lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.